prison facilities in Michigan, saying the current overcrowded conditions could cause a blow-up at any time this summer. A 17-year-old Detroit youth has pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in the killing of a motorist during an attempted robbery as the victim sat in his car at an east side intersection last May the 10th. A Detroit television station has turned down a request by a religious group for a preview of a primetime soap opera, which the group thinks may be in questionable taste. Detroit Police Chief William Hart says he requested that test scores of the latest class of police recruits not be made public. Reports of scoring by an earlier class had shown many were not able to read, even at a high school level. Voting was light today when a special election was held in New Orleans to replace former Louisiana Congressman Richard Tonry, a Democrat who resigned in a vote fraud scandal and who is now imprisoned for violating campaign laws. U.S. Ambassador Malcolm Toon says an 8-hour fire at the United States Embassy in Moscow did not compromise United States security, and Toon says he does not suspect any sinister Soviet backdrop in connection with the fire. New York City Mayor Abraham Beame denies he had any advance knowledge of the city's tough fiscal condition in 1975 and says major banks are responsible for misleading investors who purchased the city's bonds. The Spanish government has massed police to the Pamplona region to guard against terrorist attacks on the eve of a giant rally by Basque nationalists. Voyager 2 scientists are meeting tonight to determine what to do about the space probe's computers, which are aborting commands from Earth. And women across the nation took to hiking today on a pay-by-mile plan in an effort to raise money to help finance lobbying efforts in states which have not yet ratified the Equal Rights Amendment. President Carter welcomed Secretary of State Cyrus Vance back home from his diplomatic mission to China at Andrews Air Force Base this afternoon. Carter told reporters that the Vance mission was highly successful, further that the talks would continue aimed at establishing full diplomatic ties with China. From Weather Command tonight, partly cloudy skies with a low of 72 to 75 degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny, hot and humid with isolated afternoon thunder showers, high in the mid-90s. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy with a low temperature in the mid-70s. Presently in Detroit, the barometer is falling at 29.86. The winds are south at 15. The humidity is 67, and the temperature is 86 degrees.
You're listening to Detroit's News People on WWJ Detroit.
It's 7 o'clock Detroit. CBS covers the world.
CBS News. President Carter welcomed Secretary of State Cyrus Vance home from China, hailing the diplomat's mission as a major step forward in Sino-American relations. I'm Richard Roth, reporting on the CBS radio network. The president called the Vance trip highly successful, despite what he said were deliberate limitations placed on the objectives of the trip. Correspondent Bernard Kalb, who accompanied Vance on the first high-level exchange between Chinese leaders and the Carter administration, filed this report.
Secretary Vance's trip to Peking and earlier this year to Moscow produced sharply different reactions. He returns from the Chinese capital with a sense of accomplishment. Aides described his mission as being very successful in reaffirming Sino-American relations. This may be overstated, but it is essentially correct. By contrast, the melody was gloomy when Vance returned from the Soviet capital 5 months ago. He had tried to get an arms control agreement with the Russians. The Russians rejected the U.S. proposals. Vance left Moscow feeling as though there were, as one aide put it, an unadulterated stalemate between the United States and the Soviet Union. Significantly, these negative vibrations between Washington and Moscow contributed to positive vibrations between Washington and Peking. The deadlock on Taiwan is still there, but neither side wants to let Taiwan wreck the Sino-American connection because of their joint concern about growing Soviet military power. Bernard Kalb, CBS News, Washington.
The premier of nationalist China, Chiang Ching-kuo, was briefed by an American official on Taiwan following the Vance mission to Peking, and Chiang warned after the briefing that normalizing relations between the United States and mainland China would create a risk of war between the nationalists and the communists. More news after this.
Life needs variety.
Variety. It's a thing that makes life interesting.
We bring variety.
Folks like to look for different things. So do we.
Discover Ben Franklin. We bring variety to life.
Discover all that a Ben Franklin store is. You'll not only find products you know at prices you like, you'll discover you're in a store that really cares that you're there. In fact, Discovery is a Ben Franklin store's middle name. Discovering those things you need and all sorts of other things you'll want. Everything from diapers to dinnerware, tablespoons and a teddy bear, outerwear and underwear, healthcare and hardware. That's the fun of it. The more you look, the more you find. That's variety. That's Ben Franklin. That's life.
Discover Ben Franklin. We bring variety to life.
American officials in Moscow say there's no evidence of anything sinister behind the fire that gutted upper floors of the U.S. mission there overnight. Ambassador Malcolm Toon says it's believed the fire may have been ignited by an electrical fault in the wiring of the 10-story building, which is divided into offices and apartments for diplomats. The fire was centered on the embassy's upper floors where top-secret files are kept, but Ambassador Toon says he doesn't think there were any breaches in security. Emergency communications equipment has been flown into Moscow to replace gear damaged in the fire, and some embassy operations are now being conducted through the British Embassy and through a commercial annex down the street from the U.S. Embassy. The State Department is checking out reports that 3 American tourists are missing in Uganda and may have been beheaded. A State Department spokesman says the reports originated with a Ugandan refugee in Nairobi, but have not been confirmed. Havana Radio reports Cuba will be opening its first consular office in the African Republic of Angola. The radio broadcast didn't say when the office would be opened, but it did say a high-ranking Cuban consulate general would be assigned there with jurisdiction over all of Angola. The U.S. State Department believes there are as many as 14,000 Cuban troops stationed in Angola. The Cubans fought against Western-backed movements in Angola's 1975 Civil War. Scientists at the Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena, California, are to meet to talk about problems with Voyager 2. The Jupiter-bound spaceship has been ignoring some commands from Earth and has apparently been putting too much power into its jet engines. Now this.
Weekends, weekends, weekends.
Nickelodeon.
Weekends, weekends, weekends.
Nickelodeon.
Weekends were made for having fun.
Weekends were made for Nickelodeon.
Weekends were made for letting go. Weekends were made for Michelob.
Let's say you're having a few friends over for the weekend, and you want a beer that will say, "Welcome to our house. Enjoy yourself. Have a nice weekend." Well, can you think of a beer that can say it any better?
Weekends were made for Michelob.
Weekends were made for Michelob. Don't forget, remember to pick up some beer. It's Michelob. Weekends were made for Michelob.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
U.S. airlines are reporting near-normal service into Great Britain despite a 2-day-old strike of air traffic controllers at British airports. But the plans of travelers who want to leave England or who want to travel within the United Kingdom are being upset. An official at one airport reporting delays said the problem is being made worse because the passengers have nothing to do but wait. And because the passengers are waiting so long, the bars have been opened to help them pass the time. The official said some of the would-be travelers are getting drunk and fighting. I'm Richard Roth, CBS News.
And I'm Tom McIntyre, WWJ News. Detroit's former police chief says white officers were passed over for promotion in favor of blacks with lower test scores when he was running the department. Former Chief Philip Tanyan said that in federal court on Friday when he took the stand in a lawsuit filed by the Detroit Police Officers Association. The association is challenging the city's affirmative action program for police promotions, claiming the policy discriminates against whites. The former chief said he arrived at a 50-50 white-black hiring policy in part on orders from former Mayor Roman Gribbs from federal guidelines and because of his discovery, as he put it, that it's impossible to run a police department if you don't have enough minorities. Tanian said that in December of 1973, just before Mayor Coleman Young took office, 30 officers, all of them top scorers on promotional tests, were promoted to sergeant. Tanian said that after the promotions were analyzed, it had been found that an insufficient number of blacks and females had been promoted. Tanian added that Young was not overly pleased with the promotions. Tanian testified that in the spring of 1974, a decision was made to initiate an affirmative action program in the police department. That meant promotions no longer would be based solely on test scores. He said that on August 1, 1974, women and black males were, for the first time, promoted over white men who had achieved higher test scores. He said every black on a promotion list that eventually included 500 names was promoted. More news in a moment.
Sunshine, moonlight, music and you, Meadowbrook, music and fun for you.
The world's greatest symphonic and popular artists performing in a beautiful outdoor setting. Call 377-2010 for Music Under the Stars at Meadowbrook.
It's gonna be a great summer. It's gonna be a great summer.
The man who runs Detroit Recorder's Court says he will ask that Judge Geraldine Ford be cited for contempt if she continues to defy a state Supreme Court order to vacate her judicial bench. Court Administrator T. John Lisinski says Judge Ford has no right to defy an order of the Supreme Court, even if the order is wrong. Earlier this week, Mrs. Ford was ordered removed to the Common Pleas Court as punishment for her refusal to participate in a crash program to clear up a backlog of cases in Recorder's Court. As of yesterday, she had not shown up for her new assignment. The federal government is investigating a second chemical additive produced by Dow Chemical of Midland, which may be linked to male sterility. The Environmental Protection Agency says it is as greatly concerned about the chemical EDB as it is about DBCP, which has been linked to sterility in Dow workers. A private nonprofit group has asked the federal government to ban EDB, citing National Cancer Institute studies which show the substance produces cancer in mice and rats. Both suspected chemicals are used in agriculture to control worms that attack crops. Bus drivers for the Southeastern Michigan Transportation Authority say they will now try binding arbitration in efforts to get a new contract. The drivers had staged a 3-day wildcat strike earlier this month to press their demands, but the members of the Amalgamated Transit Union Local 1564 Thursday rejected a proposed new agreement with SEMTA by a vote of 122 to 114. Tonight, it'll be partly cloudy with a low of 75 degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny, hot and humid with isolated afternoon rain showers, high in the mid-90s. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy with a low temperature in the mid-70s. Presently in Detroit, it's 85 degrees. This is WWJ Detroit. It's 7:10.
The CBS Radio Adventure Theater presents
Welcome to the world of adventure, where nothing is impossible. I'm Tom Bosley, ready to open up again for you the magic box we call radio. In this box live the wildest assortment of characters you ever imagined. Well, let's see what's waiting for us today. Piece of wood. Well, why not? Now, what can we make out of a piece of wood? A story? What kind of a story? Why, a story about a piece of wood, of course. Our adventure story, Pinocchio, was adapted especially for the Radio Adventure Theater by Paul Tripp. I'll be back shortly with Act One.
Dreaming dreams we all do, working hard so they come true. You can get a helping hand at Kmart stores, they understand. Kmart is your savings store, where your dollar finds you more.
Kmart and Kodak, two great names, bring you one great value. Quality Kodak film at Kmart discount prices. Like Kodachrome or Ektachrome slide film for rich, crisp color slides. Kodacolor negative film for big, beautiful color prints. Kodak instant print film designed for the new Kodak instant cameras, or capture the magic of motion on Kodak Super 8 or Super 8 sound movie film. For color or black and white, look to Kodak film for the times of your life, and Kmart for the saving.
Kmart is the saving place.
When the author Collodi wrote the story of his mischievous hero Pinocchio, he was really borrowing from his own boyhood in Florence, Italy. Pinocchio is really the author, as a boy disguised as a wooden marionette. Truth is not only stranger than fiction, but it can also be funnier, as we'll find out as soon as Papa Geppetto puts the finishing touches to our hero, Pinocchio.
Just be patient a few minutes more, my little wooden friend, and soon you will be the most marvelous marionette in the world. There. And now to sandpaper you smooth.
You're tickling me. Stop it. Stop it. You silly old man. Stop it.
Whoa, who is laughing at me? Who is it? What am I talking about? There is no one else here. I must be dreaming.
My name's Pinocchio. Who are you?
It talks. Am I going mad? It talks.
Of course I talk, you silly old man. Didn't you just carve me out of the magic piece of wood the blue fairy gave you?
Oh, that explains it. How silly of me. And can you also walk, Pinocchio, without strings?
Can I walk? Watch.
Oh, just like a real boy. At last, I have a son of my own. Pinocchio, meet your Papa Geppetto.
Hiya, Pop.
No, not Pop. Papa.
Okay, Papa. I'm hungry. What's to eat?
Very little, my boy, except for these pears, which I was saving for my breakfast. But you may have them.
Well, down the hatch. Ugh. That's too sour.
Don't eat so fast. You'll get hiccups.
This one's too sweet. Oh, some breakfast.
You see, I told you you'd get hiccups. Oh, Pinocchio, you have so much to learn. This morning, you will start school.
School? What's the rush? Oh, I'll need a spelling book. I can't go to school without a book. You'll have to buy me one.
Oh, alas. I have no money.
Okay, then I'll stay home. I didn't want to go anyway.
Wait, Pinocchio. I have an idea.
Where are you going? Oh, it's very cold out.
Never mind. Just you wait here. I'll be right back. Crick, crick.
Who's that?
A cricket, of course. Who else would say crick?
Well, what do you want? What are you doing here?
The blue fairy sent me over to keep an eye on you.
Well, you tell her to mind her own business. I'm living here now.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, eating up all the food in the house without so much as a thank you. Now poor Papa Geppetto will have to go hungry.
Well, how was I to know? He never told me.
If you had brains in your head instead of stardust, you'd have guessed. Here is your spelling book, Pinocchio. It's cold outside.
Where's your coat, Papa Geppetto?
I sold it.
But why?
Because it made me too warm.
Oh, no, that's not the reason. You sold it to go buy me a book. Oh, Papa Geppetto, you're the best father a wooden marionette ever had. I'll be a good boy from now on. Honest.
Good. Now, off to school with you. Don't stop on the way to speak to strangers. Pay attention in school and come straight home as soon as it's over.
Oh, I will, Papa Geppetto. I promise. Goodbye.
Goodbye, my son.
Step right up and see the greatest marionette show in the world. It's fantastic, it's sensational, hey, you, come here, Sonny.
Who, me?
Yes, you, what's your name?
Pinocchio.
Your mind's blunderbuss. Let's have a look at you. You're a marionette, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sirree. Made out of the finest wood.
But how do you manage to move without strings?
Simple. I'm a very special marionette.
You certainly are. Listen, I've got a great idea. How'd you like to become a star of my show? The marionette without strings. Why, you'd knock him in the aisles. Is it a deal, Pinocchio?
Well, I promised Papa Geppetto I'd go directly to school.
School? What do you want to go to school for when I can make you a big star?
But my papa sold his coat to buy me a book. He's very poor.
Poor, eh? Well, Pinocchio, you stick with me, and you make enough money to buy him a dozen coats.
I will? Oh, well, in that case, it's a deal.
Stop the music. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Presenting for the first time ever, Pinocchio, the only marionette in the world who moves without strings. He walks, he talks, he dances, and in conclusion, a triple somersault. Pinocchio, my boy, you are absolutely sensational.
Oh, when do we get paid?
Right now, here you are. 4 gold pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, wow. I'm rich.
And I'll make you even richer if you come back tomorrow night and the next night and the next. Pinocchio, you stick with me and you really go places.
Okay, I'm with you. I better go home now. Papa Geppetto will be wondering where I am. So long.
So long, star. See you tomorrow.
Oh, I hope Papa Geppetto won't be angry because I didn't go to school. Oh, but when he sees the money I earned, I bet he won't even care. I beg your pardon? Who?
Allow me to introduce ourselves. I am the fox, and this is my friend, the cat.
Oh.
Caught your act.
Oh.
Great. You make a lot of money with your act?
You bet. 4 gold pieces. Count them.
Rick, Pinocchio, put the money back in your pocket before they steal it from you.
Nobody's going to steal anything from me.
Did I hear you say deal? No, isn't that a coincidence? I was just going to propose a deal to you. Wasn't I, Cat?
Oh, perfectly marvelous deal. Meow. What kind of a deal?
How would you like to invest your 4 gold pieces and make a profit of 1,000?
Why? Wow.
Be careful, Pinocchio. It's a swindle. And while you're standing here, your poor Papa Geppetto is freezing to death without a coat.
Oh, gee, you're right, Cricket. I forgot. Sorry, gentlemen, but I'll have to leave you now. I just remembered something.
Yeah, but the deal...
Well, some other time, perhaps. So long.
Foiled by a piece of lumber.
Wow, I'm hungry. I want some cream. Wow.
And I want that money. Come on, Cat. We're not licked yet. Put a handkerchief around your face so he won't recognize you, and I'll do the same. And disguise your voice.
But why?
Don't ask dumb questions. Come on. Stick 'em up.
Huh? Who?
Your money or your life?
Yeah. Oh, no, you don't. Nobody's going to steal my money from me. Ow, he's kicked me in the paw.
Never mind that. After him.
They're catching up to me, and then they'll take my money, and Papa Geppetto will get a new clothes. Oh, I must hide my money. But where? Where? Oh, I know. In my mouth. They'll never find it there.
Gotcha.
Oh.
All right, you hand over the money or I'll take you to splinters.
The mayonnaise in his mouth, in his mouth.
For once, you're right. Okay, Pinocchio. Open your mouth and spit it out.
No.
We'll see about that. Now, listen, Cat.
I'm listening.
All right. I'm going to pry his mouth open, and then you just dip in and take the money.
Got it.
It's open. Now get the money.
Oh, he bit my paw.
Oh, spoiled again.
It hurts.
Serves you right. Now, let me think. Ah, I got it. We'll take this rope and tie him to this tree tight, and we'll come back in the morning with a crowbar and pry Woodenhead's mouth open and get the money. Good night, Pinocchio. See you in the morning. Pleasant dreams. Come on, Cat.
Oh, can we go to the hospital? My paw's still hurt.
Come on.
Oh, if only I'd gone to school like I promised. Wouldn't be in this fix now. Oh, I'm freezing. I'll catch my death of cold. Help! Help! Help!
Poor Pinocchio. He's really very much like the rest of us, even though he is made of wood. At one time or another, we all are likely to pull a silly stunt. And then when we get into trouble, we're sorry. We knew we were wrong in the first place, but we often admit it only when it's too late. And that's when we feel like a blockhead, just like Pinocchio. I'll be back shortly with Act Two.
The table looks wonderful, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Reverend Berkey will just love it.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Dishes, the silly... Wait a minute, what's this?
Minute Maid 100% pure lemon juice.
Uh-huh, why?
Because we're having lobster, and lobster needs lemons.
Why not fresh lemons?
Oh, because lemons have to be cut and sliced and squeezed, and the makers of Minute Maid have done it for us.
Oh, but doesn't it have preservatives?
No, Minute Maid lemon juice is 100% pure lemon juice, and it's frozen for freshness.
Oh.
Here, just taste Minute Maid.
No, I don't have
Oh,
to.
come on.
Ooh, boo, it tastes fresh lemons.
Uh-huh, sure it tastes like fresh lemons. The juice of 6 fresh lemons is in this plastic squeeze bottle. What? Oh, at the door. I'll let him in. Oh, Reverend Berkey.
Good evening, good evening.
Hal, here's Reverend Berkey.
Turkey?
Why is your husband talking like that?
He was tasting the lemon juice from Minute
He's
Maid,
been at the
Reverend.
cooking, Sherry, huh?
No, I put a syrup and stack of Bibles, Reverend. It was...
Minute Maid 100% pure lemon juice in your grocer's freezer. Now fresh lemon juice doesn't have to come in a lemon.
And the millimeter's connected to the centimeter, and the centimeter's connected to the meter, and the meter's connected to the kilometer.
Nancy? Is that a new rock tune?
No, Mom, I'm studying for my math exam. And the millimeter's connected to the meter.
What's all that meter stuff?
It's the metric system, Mom. Don't you know that it's replacing the old system of measurement? Lots of states are even putting kilometers as well as miles on the highway markers.
Yeah, I've noticed that, but I never learned that in school.
This is Gene King for the Council of Better Business Bureaus. If you want more information on the metric system, write to Metric Information, National Bureau of Standards, Washington, D.C., 20234. And I'll be back later in this program with some more tips on the metric system.
Now get with it, Mom. The whole country's changing over. And the millimeter's connected to the centimeter, and the centimeter's connected to the meter, and the meter's connected to the kilometer, and the millimeter's connected to the millimeter.
The CBS Radio Adventure Theater will return in a moment.
Pardon me, Admiral. Captain, just Captain. Love your cruise ship.
Oh, thank you.
Listen, when we left that last port, Bora Bora,
That's it. I think I left my Time magazine sitting in a fried banana stand.
Oh, uh-huh.
I don't suppose you could turn around and sneak
No.
far back, huh?
400 miles, sir.
Really? Looks like we're hardly moving.
Now, there's lots of activities on board.
See, I hadn't finished the Time movie section. Didn't even get to education or music.
We have other magazines.
Yeah, I know, but see, there's nothing like Time. It's so well written, it's as unique as Boola Boola. Time is so one of a kind, I don't know what to do with myself now.
You limbo?
No, I don't.
No.
Do you know how many journalism awards Time's editorial staff has won?
Backgammon?
No, thanks. You could fill up this galley.
It's a bridge.
I don't play that either.
Look, you can pick up Time magazine when we get to Fiji, sir.
How long before
Thursday.
Ooh, that long without Time.
Play shuffleboard or ring toss.
Oh, maybe I'll just get down and help the guys shovel their coal.
What?
You know, speed things up. Faster we get to Fiji in our Time magazines, the happier we'll all be, right, Commander?
Captain, just Captain.
Time magazine, the most colorful coverage of the week. Pick up a copy.
Meanwhile, that's the best thing about an adventure. It's full of meanwhiles to keep the suspense going. Meanwhile, what's happened to Papa Geppetto? Meanwhile, what's happened to the Blue Fairy who started this whole thing with her magic piece of wood? And meanwhile, what's happened to the cricket? He was supposed to keep an eye on Pinocchio. Where is everybody?
Who is it? Bureau of Missing Persons reporting to the Blue Fairy.
Oh, it's you, Cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found Pinocchio? I've been so worried.
Rest easy, ma'am. I searched for him all night, and I finally found him in the middle of the forest.
Oh, thank heavens. Is he all right?
Hard to tell about a piece of wood. But see for yourself. 2 woodsmen kindly offered to carry him here. Here are 4 gold coins I found lying beside him.
Here he is, lady. Where should we put him?
On my bed, please. Here. Oh, gently, please.
Will that be all, ma'am?
Yes. Thank you.
Pleasure, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sick. I am so sick. Achoo! Oh, I've caught my death of cold.
Oh, the poor dear.
Don't let him fool you. He's faking.
Oh, I'm so sick. Achoo!
Cricket, he really is sick.
Fiddlesticks, he's a faker.
Why should he be moaning if he's not sick?
Because he's afraid you'll scold him for running away from Papa Geppetto and never going to school. Let me handle this. Perhaps you're right, Blue Fairy. Perhaps the poor lad is sick. Now, I have some medicine here that ought to save his life. It doesn't taste very good, but it ought to do the trick. Would you please fetch me a spoon? No, on second thought, we'll give him the whole bottle. Fakeritis is a very serious disease. Oh, I do wish this medicine tasted better, but can't be helped. Pinocchio must get well.
Oh, I am beginning to feel better. In fact, I feel much better. No need for medicine, Cricket. I feel great.
No, it's too soon to tell. Open your mouth.
No, I'm better, I tell
Pull
you.
his nose up. Pull down his chin. Now, drink hearty, Pinocchio. There, that does it. Have another swig.
Oh, no, Cricket, I feel great, honest.
Well, now that you are better, Pinocchio, why didn't you go to school as you promised?
Oh, but I did go to school. The teacher was very nice, and I learned the whole alphabet.
Watch it, Pinocchio. Your nose is growing.
Oh, Cricket, noses don't grow that fast. Any more questions?
Yes. Where did you get 4 gold pieces?
What gold pieces? I don't have any gold pieces.
Oh, be careful, Pinocchio. Your nose has grown another 2 inches.
These 4 coins, Pinocchio.
Oh, these. I clean forgot. You see, I was coming home from school, and there they were, right in the middle of the street.
Oh, now you've done it, Pinocchio. That lie was so big your nose grew right through that window pane.
Oh, my poor silly Pinocchio. You do look so ridiculous.
Why has my nose grown so long?
Because of the foolish lies you've just told us.
That's right, Pinocchio. Your nose is practically a lie thermometer.
You see, Pinocchio, every time someone tells a lie, it sticks out like a long nose.
Well, one thing's sure. From now on, I'll always tell the truth. But meanwhile, what am I going to do? My nose sticks out of my face like a flagpole.
No problem. Hey, you woodpeckers out there. Yeah, would you mind whittling this nose back to normal?
I promise you, I'll be the best behaved marionette in the whole world, honest. Goodbye now.
Where are you going?
Back to Papa Geppetto. I'll tell him how sorry I am. I'll even go to school.
That won't be necessary, Pinocchio. Papa Geppetto is on his way here now.
Oh.
You and he are going to live with me from now on.
Oh, boy, that's great. May I go to meet him? And may I have my gold pieces? Before we come back here, I want to buy Papa Geppetto a new coat and a spelling book for myself. Listen, I'll even buy an arithmetic book.
Oh, very well, Pinocchio. Here's your money. But mind, don't stop to talk to strangers.
I won't. Be back in a jiffy. Goodbye. Twinkle, 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 twinkle.
What, Fox?
Do you see what I see? Pinocchio. Let's get him. Maybe he's still got that money. Well, if it isn't our old friend Pinocchio, how wonderful.
Hi, Fox. Hi, Cat.
How you been, my fine lad? And where are you off to now?
Oh, to meet my Papa Geppetto. I'm going to buy him a new coat, and
Oh, you still have your money, hmm?
Well, of course.
Listen, Pinocchio. How would you like to buy your Papa Geppetto a coat with a fur collar?
Oh, well, that would be wonderful. But I couldn't afford it. I have only 4 gold coins, and I have to buy books, too. So, if you'll excuse me, I must be on my way.
I'm going to let you in on the greatest deal in the world. One that will turn your 4 gold pieces into $1 million.
No. Really?
Yeah. You see that meadow over there?
Yeah.
Well, it's called the Wonder Field. All you have to do is plant your coins in it, and before you know it, up pops a money tree with thousands of gold coins growing on it. And just shake the tree, and you're a millionaire. Just like that.
You're sure it works?
100% guaranteed, and it only takes a few minutes. Okay. Now, we've dug the hole. Now to plant the coins. Cat, fill the hole. Pinocchio, we'll walk over to that tree. Now turn your face, close your eyes, and count up to 1,000. And then, presto, the money tree will pop up.
But I can't count. I haven't been to school yet.
No problem. I'll count for you.
I can't thank you enough. You are so kind.
Well, what are friends for? Cat?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Cat. Now dig up that gold and let's get out of here.
I can't hear you counting.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. 76, 77. Hurry up, Cat. 100. 101. 102.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's skedaddle. 995, 996, 997, 998, 999, 1,000.
Boy, that fox sure counts fast. You sure count fast, Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox, where are you? I wonder where he's gone. Cat? Cat? They both disappeared. Oh, well, the next time I see them, I'll thank them properly. Now to shake my money tree. Oh, where did we plant those coins? Oh, here's the hole. But where's the tree? Where are the coins? Oh, they're gone. I've been robbed. Oh, what a blockhead I am. How could I fall for a trick like that?
Pinocchio, where have you been?
Please don't scold, Cricket. I feel bad enough. I met the cat and the fox. And guess what?
They stole your money, of course. Well, I warned you, didn't I?
No, I'll never be able to buy a coat for Papa Geppetto. And by the way, has he got here yet?
Oh, he's come and gone.
Where'd he go?
Out searching for you. And when he couldn't find you on land, he got into a rowboat and started looking for you at sea. Correct?
Oh, no. Well, couldn't I get a canoe or something and start paddling after him?
Too late. No sooner had he started rowing when a great storm came up.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's the last anyone has seen of him.
Oh, poor Papa Geppetto.
Poor Papa Geppetto, indeed.
Oh, Greg.
He loved you, you ungrateful wretch.
Oh, where's the Blue Fairy? I must see her. Perhaps she can still save him.
Too late. She's very, very sick.
Oh.
There are 10 doctors inside trying to save her life.
What's wrong with her?
She's dying of a broken heart.
Who broke it?
You did, Pinocchio. With your disobedience and thoughtlessness, she trusted you.
Oh, what have I done? Oh, if only I could turn myself into glue.
What good would that do?
Oh, don't you see? Then I could mend all the broken pieces of her heart and make her well again.
Dear Pinocchio, you have just saved my life. Your disobedience broke my heart, but your love for me has mended it. Oh, thank you.
How can I ever forgive myself for causing you so much grief? I promise you, when I grow up to be a man, I will take such good care of you.
But you can't grow, Pinocchio. Not unless you become a real boy first.
But how can I do that?
Well, it's really very simple. By being obedient, by always telling the truth, by going to school and studying hard.
Do I have to go to school?
Well, the more you learn, the more you understand. Without understanding, how can anybody grow?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll go to school. When do I start?
Right now.
Now? Oh, can't I wait till tomorrow?
Pinocchio, now.
Okay, now.
And here's a brand new spelling book to take with you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, don't just stand there, skedaddle.
Dad, going. Don't rush me. Oh, what a grouch. Goodbye. Wish me luck.
Good luck, Pinocchio.
No, if that bundle of sticks ever makes it to school, I'll eat my hat.
What hat, Cricket?
Oh, you know what I mean.
Pinocchio's a pretty lucky fella. It's not everybody who gets a second chance. I guess at one time or another, all of us could use a second chance. Sometimes it's pretty hard to get something right the first time. That's what they mean when they say, you learn from your mistakes. Well, in just a few minutes, we'll catch up to Pinocchio at school with Act 3.
Hi, I'm Casey of the Sunshine Band. I'm also teenage ambassador for the American Heart Association. You know, when you're young, we learn a lot of things. A lot of good things and some things that aren't so good. What's important is to be able to tell the difference. I'll give you an example. Some kids, when they're still pretty young, learn how to smoke cigarettes. they see their folks doing or their friends tell them it's cool. But the fact is, it's not cool at all. It's dumb. Cigarette smoking is dumb. It cuts down on your wind. It spoils the taste of your food. Worst of all, the American Heart Association says it's bad for your heart. So if somebody offers you a cigarette, remember, there's nothing cool about putting a hot stick of tobacco in your mouth. If you want to find out more about cigarette smoking and what's wrong with it, ask your American Heart Association. They're fighting for your life.
Let's take a trip to a supermarket in the not-too-distant future.
One roast. Let's see, that's 2 kilograms, 2 liters of milk, and 250 grams of cheese.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot the potatoes.
Well, how many you gonna get? A root up?
Yeah, there's a 4-kilogram bag of potatoes and a 2-kilogram bag of onions.
This is Gene King for the Council of Better Business Bureaus. This is going to be an everyday occurrence very shortly. However, there's no reason to be confused by the metric system of weights and measures. We're already using this system more than many of you may realize. Look for metric measurements the next time you go to the supermarket. You'll see how easy they are to figure out. For more information, write to Metric Information, National Bureau of Standards, Washington, D.C., 20234. And I'll be back later in this program with some more tips on the metric system.
The CBS Radio Adventure Theater will return in a moment.
This is Gene King for the Council of Better Business Bureaus. Let's talk about the metric system for a couple of seconds. And you know and I know that America is joining the rest of the world in the use of the metric system of measurement. And actually, it's nothing to be worried about. Time will continue to be measured in hours, minutes, and seconds. Electricity will continue to be measured in kilowatts. But when metric measures become commonplace, one of the first things you'll notice when you shop, for example, will be the new words for weight, volume, and length. And they are gram, liter, and meter. It's a good idea to become familiar with these metric words. They may seem bewildering at first, but they make a lot more sense than the system we're currently using. You may already be learning the metric system in school right now. But if you're not, and you want more information, write to Metric Information, National Bureau of Standards, Washington, D.C., 20234. And I'll be back later on in the program with some examples of how the metric system works.
Why put up with worn-out shocks? Midas Eyes at Midas.
The next time you feel that sway, and you don't know if your car is coming or going, the next time you feel that swerve, it might be your shocks that are rocking and rolling. Neutralize it, Midas it, at Midas today. The next time you feel that sway, don't compromise. Midas Eyes.
Midas-size your car and you'll never have to buy shocks for it again. Because at Midas, if anything ever goes wrong with one of our LifeGuard, SuperGuard, or SpringGuard shocks, we guarantee to replace it free for as long as you own your car. Worn out shocks? Don't compromise. Midas-size at Midas.
The next time you feel that sway, don't compromise. Midas Eyes.
The brain is a wonderful thing. It's practically a magician. It helps you walk, talk, jump, run, laugh, cry. Why, it even helps you think. The only thing a brain can't do is make you use it. You have to want to use your brain before it can do you any good. Now, once Pinocchio learns that, he could turn out to be quite a guy. If he learns, I mean. The blue fairy believes he can. The cricket doesn't. What do you think?
7, 8, 9.